Okay, I'm back. Sorry, YouTube interrupted my first part at the 40-minute mark. So I will continue in this second part and probably in the third part too, where if you fall down the rabbit hole of numerology, wow, you can talk about it for hours. I don't like to make long videos, not just because the YouTube has this limit, at least for my channel, at 40 minutes, but I prefer shorter and more succinct and more clear videos. But as I said, when you start to look at all the numerology clues, it's just too long. Okay, so let me continue with where I left. So as I said, Elvis's favorite movie was 2001 A Space Odyssey. And Strauss's theme also sprach Zarathustra. I don't know if I pronounced correctly, but which was the opening theme from the movie 2001 A Space Odyssey. This is the same concert where Elvis was wearing that jumpsuit with the date of death on his on that dial Mayan calendar suit. If you watch the first part, you remember what I said. Now, what is this? What is the movie 2001 A Space Odyssey about? An imposing black structure provides a connection between the past and the future. If you remember the title of Michael's album History, it's exactly that: history, past, present, and future. And the structure, which is a time travel capsule that Michael uses to emerge on stage during the history tour. What is the name of the robot in this movie? It's HAL, which is the abbreviation from heuristically programmed algorithmic computer. So it's HAL, okay? What is an algorithm? A process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer. And what is numerology based on? On algorithms, patterns, numbers, calculations. So already the fact that Elvis, on the same concert where he wears the date of his death on the suit, decides to open all these concerts with this music theme from this movie is a clue. It's the robot, the HAL robot, which is about algorithm and calculations, already sends us with the mind towards numerology, numbers. Pay attention to the numbers that are also on his dial suit. So you see, it's a very, very smart and subtle clue left by Elvis just by this. Now, what do we have here? So this is the Michael's history tour stage. This is the stage. This is the capsule from where he entered the stage. Now, it's a space capsule. You see it here in close-up. If you watch down here, there's a number inscripted. There are his two initials, Michael Jackson, MJ, 2040. Yeah. Now, if we take Michael's death date, June 25th, 2009, and you add, not number by number, as we did for the numerological, you add 25 plus 6, the month, plus 2009, it all equals 2040. Now, what are the odds that Michael, this is his last actual tour that he did. So basically, these are his last concerts. Just like Elvis left clues in his last concerts on his suit with this music team, Michael also left clues in his last tour with this This is actually the date of death. How could he have known, unless it was planned, to so-called die on this date, that if you add those numbers you come up to this? Okay, this is Michael inside the capsule, or this is what we are shown at the beginning of his history concert. Now let's look at the details about the tour history. World Tour Live, History Past, Present and Future, Book 1, and Blood on the Dance Floor, History in the Mix. Start date September 7, again we have a 7, 1996. End of date October 15th, again if you add October it's 10, so 1, 15 plus 1 plus 5 is 71. Sorry, it's number 7 in 1997. Okay, now here we have the cover of the film, the movie that Elvis used, the music theme that Elvis used, 2001 Space Odyssey. The duration of the movie is 2 hours 41 minutes. 2 plus 4 plus 1 equals 7. Okay, so again, the crazy number 7 coincidences. Now here is the best clue that I talked in the previous video, in the part 1. This is what I said that is my favorite clue that they left. So I tell you one more time. The History World Tour was launched on September 7th. Michael appeared at the beginning of each concert on the stage through a time capsule, yeah, a space rocket, dressed like a robot, yeah, or like a space traveler. The capsule, the time capsule, is marked with 2040, which is exactly the sum of the date of death, June 25th, 2009, equals 2040. So it's a time capsule. Yeah, in time we managed to find the clues that he left in the past. Remember, the album is called History, Present, Past and Future. Yeah, so just like Michael used his 2040 space capsule to open all history tour concerts, now what did Elvis do? Remember, this is the movie 2000 A Space Odyssey. He started all his concerts with the music team from this movie, 2001. Now, again, if you add the Elvis's death date, August 16th, 1977, so August is 8th, the month, the 8th month, 16 plus the year, you have the total of 2001. Is this a coincidence? I don't think so. Beginning in 1971, Elvis used this music team to open all of his concerts. So he died in 77, allegedly. And starting in 1971, he basically planned all this ever since then. Yeah. How come their death dates match the numbers which opened their very last concert tours? Isn't this crazy? How can this be unless it was planned? How I it's beyond me. Now another crazy coincidence. Okay, so I will let you read. So in the morning of August 16, 1977, yes, the day that he died, at 4 a.m., Elvis called Billy Smith and Billy's wife, Jo, to join him and Ginger, his former girlfriend, his last girlfriend, on the racquetball court at Graceland. During this racquetball game, Elvis hit his leg with his racket. Yeah, This injury was severe enough to leave a mark on his leg, but no mark was noted in the alleged autopsy. Yeah. So this was also a weird thing that didn't add up regarding Elvis's death. Now, look at Michael. He made this Scream video where he wears number 7. And what is he doing? Isn't he playing racquetball in the video? Now, how can this also be a coincidence? So, right the day, in the morning of the day when Elvis died, he was, these people said that he played racquetball with them. He hit his leg. He had a strong mark on his leg that was not found on the autopsy, which is weird. And then Michael makes a video, Scream, yeah, wearing number 7 and playing racquetball. You tell me, what is this? If not Michael leaving also clues that he was going to also fake his death like Elvis. So Scream is the most expensive music video of all time, costing a reporting $7 million. You see, another 7. MJ plays in a space racquetball. It's also a space racquetball. It's not just a racquetball, it's a space, which makes us think about Elvis's concerts that started with the music theme from the Space Odyssey, the movie. Yeah. The space-themed video was inspired by Stanley Kubrick's movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. The song or video is a rant pointed at the media coverage of his marriage to Lisa Marie Presley, as well as the false molestation allegations. Michael smashes Ming-style vases with an oversized racquetball racket, just like Elvis used to shoot TV sets, angry at what was said about him in the 70s. Yeah. So guys, this is like in your face. It can be more obvious than this. Yeah. Yeah, this is the same thing that I just said before. It's a big clue. So please keep in mind this montage. This is awesome. I cannot say anything else. I don't have words. It just blew my mind when I first discovered this craziness. Okay, now I will go next to show you something else. Another crazy numerology clue. So in 1983, Michael Jackson started a sponsorship deal with Pepsi Cola. As part of the deal, he agreed to star in a commercial. While filming a Pepsi Light commercial with his brothers in 1984, his hair caught on fire when pyrotechnic effect went awry. Jackson suffered serious burns on his scalp, which required skin grafts. So you all remember this accident, yeah, where he had the scalp burnt. And the video, the actual footage with what happened was released only after 2009, so after his death. Isn't that weird? It's like a clue that was kept hidden in time and released after 2009 for us to discover this. So this is a time axis that I made. Michael was born on August 29, 1958. In January 27, 1984, we have the Pepsi burn accident. In June 25, 2009, Michael dies. Now, if you go on days calculator, and if you put the start date, the date of birth, and then you put the Pepsi date, and then you put the Pepsi date, and then you put the death date here, you will find this very weird stuff. Let me show you again. So between the date of birth of Michael and the Pepsi accident, there are exactly 9,282 days. Next, between the Pepsi accident and Michael's death, again 9,282 days. So the Pepsi accident just happened to occur in the middle of Michael's life, exact middle. Hot time axis, the mystery of the 9,282 days. The Pepsi burn was an important moment in Michael's life. It literally burned or cut his life in two. Also, if you add 9 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2, you will arrive to a magic number. Yes? Can you guess? So 9 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2. 21. So 21 is 777. 3 times number 7. So we have 777, 777. Isn't this crazy? Tell me. Okay. What else did I want to show you? Okay. Michael Jackson is burned filming Pepsi commercial in 1984. This is a discovery made by my friend Wishing Star. Michael Jackson is wheeled into Broadman Memorial Hospital after he was burned filming a soft drink commercial featuring fireworks, which set his jacket and hair on fire. Now look at this paramedic here, this young paramedic here. If you compare this paramedic with this paramedic here, which is Richard Seneff. Richard Seneff was the first paramedic to attend to Michael Jackson on June 25, 2009. This is taken during the 2011 Coran Murray trial, so the Michael's doctor. So what would be the odds that the same paramedic that attended to him during the Pepsi accident would also attend to Michael the day he died, taking into account what I told you, that the days between the dates, between the Pepsi, and it's exactly this amount that adds up to 21, which is 777. This is hard to wrap your heads around, I know. Let's see something else. Richard Seneff. This is from the dialogue from the 2011 trial against Dr. Murray. Okay, questions about Richard Seneff's career as a paramedic. How long have you worked as a firefighter paramedic? For 27 years. Would you describe for me, please, your paramedic training? Where did you first begin your career as a paramedic? I became as an EMT technician in 1980. So this is the proof that he was a paramedic 4 years before the accident happened. So he really could be this young paramedic here. Yeah, so he went to paramedic school in 1982. Yeah, so the dates rather coincide. Yeah, it's not really something that could not have happened, and they also look alike. They kind of look alike. Yeah, consider that there's 27 years between the two photos. Okay. Okay. Now, another testimony from Richard Sennett during the Conrad Murray trial. First question about the patient. So, allegedly, he attended to Michael on the date of his death. Did you also see a patient when you entered the bedroom? I did. Describe your observations of the patient, please. The patient was dressed with a pajamas bottom and top. The top was open. The patient was wearing a surgical cap over his hair, and he appeared to be underweight to me. Now, why would Michael in 2009 wear a surgical cap over his hair? And when he said surgical cap, it reminded me of the surgical cap that Michael indeed wore in 1984 when he had the Pepsi accident. Now, was this testimony from Richard Sennett intended to make us think about the Pepsi accident and the surgical cap he wore there? Did he actually leave us a clue so we can make the connection with the Pepsi accident? Yeah. So if the Pepsi accident is full of sevens also, like I told you, and it can this be also planned? Is this also part of the hoax? Is this year 1984 the year when Michael began planning what he was planning, and why? These are questions that I cannot answer myself. I don't understand. There are many things that still don't make sense. We will probably learn later, if we ever learn all the truth. I don't know. Other weird testimonies. Yeah, I will let you investigate this because I want to continue with other numerology clues. Or I will leave this for a third part. Yeah, guess what was Dr. Murray doing during the trial? He was so stressed, poor him, that he went to have his pedicure made, and he is sitting on a chair with number 7. Isn't this funny? I told you some of the number 7 clues are so funny. Yeah, and this is a number 7 chair. And if I remember correct, during this time when this photo emerged with Murray on sitting on the number 7 chair, there was leaked or unreleased images of some of Michael's drawings of number 7. And not just number 7, chairs with number 7. You see this one. So this, you see, Michael was fascinated not just with numbers, but also he was talented at sketches and drawings. And look, he drew lots of chairs with number 7 on them. Can this be a coincidence that Murray, was actually sitting on a chair with number 7? Can this be a clue that Dr. Murray is involved in the hoax? Therefore, Michael is alive, and Dr. Murray never killed him with a high dose of propofol, as the official story rang. Yeah. So this is from that article. Michael was obsessed with number 7. In addition to his fascination with Peter Pan and oddities like the Elephant Man, Michael was obsessed with the number 7. Here are some of the ways it played a part in Jacko's life. Michael signed his will on 7702. His two longest. So these are also things that I showed you earlier. Yeah, how he was the 7th of the 9 children. Michael Jackson has 7 letters in his first and last name. So yeah, this is another crazy stuff. Another crazy stuff in relation to what I showed you about Richard Sennett, the paramedic from the Pepsi accident. You remember the ambulance where Michael was taken with his burn scalp also had number 7 on it. So another clue that even the Pepsi accident was full of sevens, planned sevens. So I start to doubt that this accident was for real. But I also cannot explain why he would have faked the accident, for what purpose. Well, maybe we will find later. And the ambulance from 1984 during the Pepsi burn had number 7 on it, and also the ambulance from 2009, which allegedly carried Michael Jackson's dead body, also has 71, a 7 here. Yeah. So, guys, how many coincidences can there be? How many? And yeah. Also, another interesting thing about numerology, you remember that after in 2010, so 1 year after he died, we had the Michael album entitled Michael, and on the cover of that album there are again many sevens encoded. So if you see on the photo here, the shirt has number 7. The shirt here from Billie Jean, again it has a 7. Here it's a pattern, again it's 3 sevens in a row. You see here it's the same photo but highlighted in yellow. These clues, I don't know where I found them. I found it somewhere, so I cannot give credits to the person who made this montage. It's not one of my montages. I did not sign it. So if the person sees this video, please tell me who you are and I will give you credits in the description of the video. Also, the butterfly still from the cover of that album has number 7. Yeah, and here again this is a hair, I don't know whose hair, again a number 7. So full of sevens on the Michael album cover. Some other weird stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying now that everybody faked their death and they are alive, but again, I'm talking about some sort of coincidences that only God could have planned, and very weird, that make your mind stop and think. It's mind-blowing numerology coincidences. So let's start with in chronological order. In 1977, on June 26th, Elvis gives his very last live performance. So June 26th was the very last concert that Elvis ever did. In 1977, 2 months later, August 16, allegedly he died. Then, 2 years later, 1979, June 26th, Elvis's father dies, Mr. Vernon Presley. So, same date, just 2 years later. Then, 2009, June 25th, Michael Jackson allegedly passed away. And then 2 years ago, in 2018, on June 27, Michael Jackson's father, Mr. Joe Jackson, passed away. Now, as I said, this universe is in the numbers, and maybe people who believe in astrology, I don't know, are right. You draw your own conclusion how this can happen. Other weird things about numbers is the death dates of certain stars. So we have Michael Jackson, June 25th, 2009. That day, if you remember, 3 stars died, Farrah Fawcett and Sky Saxon. Then we have James Brown, who died December 25th, 2006. Dean Martin, December 25th, 1995. Artha May Kitt, December 25th, 2008. And so on and so forth. Now, tell me again, what's up with the 25? And you also know that there is the Club of 27. If you don't know what this means, Google it. Club of 27 actually refers to young actors or singers or I don't know, public persons who mysteriously all died on a date of 27. On July 12th this year, unfortunately, Lisa's son, Benjamin Storm Kiyu, died at the age of 27. So, guys, I don't know what's going on in this music entertainment, music industry, movie industry, what's up with the numbers. You will see if you do a research in numerology in general, it's not just the numbers don't keep occurring just with Michael and Elvis, but also with other stars. And some of them are evil, used for evil purposes. You will see. Yeah. Let me see what else I wanted to show you. Anyway, this video, I have to end it soon, because soon there will be another 40-minute video, and I will end here, and I will continue probably in part 3 with more clues related to number 7 and Donald Trump and JFK, the Kennedys. You will see very interesting stuff. And besides number 7, other clues that Michael left related to the Kennedys. Okay, so I don't know if how soon I will make the part 3, but see you in the next video. Bye.